Hey everyone, this is Sarah Gambles. We're going to be talking with Lisa Lloyd today. We posted those paper prawns. They're really awesome and really fun to put together. She created that design. She's one of our favorite paper artists. She has incredible work. So definitely check out her Instagram after this or maybe even later today. So we're going to go ahead and add her. Also, this design is free in the design store. So the design ID is 322177. We'll have a swipe up link after, but just so you know. And if you go to the design store, it's free. So let's go ahead and add her. Just waiting for the connection. Hey, Lisa.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, here in the studio,
Uh,
my messy, crazy studio.
well, I guess let's get started. Just let's start by telling us about yourself. Where are you from? What you do?
Yeah, so I'm a paper artist. I'm based in the UK, Brighton, which is kind of at the south coast of the UK. And I'm a full-time paper artist now, so I'm really chuffed about that. That's like really cool. It's been the last few years that's happened. And I'm currently working on a bald eagle for, I don't know if you can see that. This is for a client in Florida.
Cool.
It's life size.
So how long will that take you? Would you get?
Well, pre-lockdown, um, I had in my mind about 3 months, and I'd done about a month on it. And then with lockdown, because I've got kids, then I had to just kind of stop for when we went into full lockdown. We in the UK here, I stopped for 2 months. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm a bit behind, but luckily the guys that it's in Florida are lovely, and so they're being cool about it. So yeah, it's all good. Yeah,
That's cool though. I mean, yeah, everything is just crazy.
yeah. Everyone everywhere, it's got it crazy at the moment. But that's
Yeah.
why the prawn thing started.
Yeah, tell us about the prawns.
Yeah, so because I couldn't work on the bald eagle, it's just massive. Like, the wingspan is 2 meters. I couldn't get it up the stairs. And I didn't really want a bald eagle like looking out in bed, like, in my bedroom. And I've got kids, and kind of scalpels and glue and stuff knocking around. So I thought, what could I do that's small and fun? And I made this prawn a few years ago now. It's for a airline magazine cover, and a lot of people seem to like it. And people were asking, "Do you do tutorials? Do you do tutorials?" And I didn't. And then so I thought maybe I would, because we're all locked down. It's fun, and then I wanted to come up with an idea that people could make them using material around their home. So
Yeah,
cereal boxes, Easter egg boxes at the time, stuff like that. So here they are now. I don't know if you can see.
I would love to see the ones you've made.
Yeah, this this is the one from a cereal box that I made.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, but it was really fun, like, experimenting with all the different patterns and stuff, and color and that, and the gold, sparkly gold.
That is fun. And like, have already made them, right?
Pardon?
A ton of people have gotten the design and started making them, right?
Yeah, so nearly 3,000 people have signed up on my
So
website now. So it's really cool. So people are making them all over the world, actually, kind of like in America and South America, Europe, Russia. It's been
yeah,
amazing. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
started making. I cut it all out yesterday, and then I started this morning when I haven't finished. But I like the tutorials how you're kind of like, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like the whole time you're meditating us through.
Yeah, I know, because I think the problem is for people when they learn something new, or they're doing anything, they feel it needs to be perfect straight away. And like,
Right.
with this bald eagle that I'm making, I do something, and then it's wrong, and I chop it up again, and then I try again, and nothing is ever perfect. And I think that's the joy of it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
just letting yourself be free with your creativity rather than trying to be perfect. So
Yeah. So, do you have other works that you would want to show us in your studio?
what's I got? Let's have a look. I've got I've got a print of, that's one of my prints. That's a robin. That's a gin and tonic.
That's amazing. Oh,
That's like a 3D gin and tonic kind of thing. I've got chameleon. Where's he? Can you see him?
oh yeah. Oh my gosh, that is
And then
so.
there's like a paper planet there. Don't know if you can see that.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I've got all kinds of stuff knocking around. Oh, Stag Beetle. Don't know if you can see him.
Oh my
Can you
gosh.
see that? Don't know if
Cool.
you can see that. It's quite hard to angle the camera, but yeah.
Do you have a favorite thing that you make, or
I really like the Stag Beetle when I made that because it's kind of using my graphic design background. So I really enjoyed that. Yeah.
that
I
one's
like
really
the colour and just sort of playing with colour, which with the prawns, that's what I kind of enjoyed, was experimenting with materials and trying different materials and stuff.
right? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, where do you find the inspiration for what you make?
Nature.
Yeah.
It's all nature. Yeah. Every time I think, what do I want to make? It's always nature. I always come back to it. And in so many fashion designers, there's a great Instagram account. I wish I could remember the name of it. It's fashion bio. I think it's French, biologique or something like that. Fashion, but and if you look, it's like all the top designers. You can see their direct inspiration. Matthew Williamson, Alexander McQueen. They all take inspiration from nature, don't they? Because
Right.
nature is just incredible. Like you look at a butterfly wings or a bird's wings or anything like that. It's just so beautiful. The detail and the texture, the color, patterns. So I always come back to it. I just find it really calming as well.
Yeah.
It's just like as a job, it's really nice to just be studying nature the whole time, and yeah, it's lovely.
Totally. And don't you, is there like a natural history museum by you that you go to
Yeah,
sometimes?
yeah, the Booth Museum. Yeah, it's they've got loads of stuff, and it's sort of interesting seeing animals in that condition. They're not alive anymore, which can be a bit tough to see. But the conservation they do there, and it's such a valuable resource for people. It's amazing.
Yeah, because a lot of animals will never really be up close. We probably shouldn't, except in that
Yeah.
kind of situation.
Yeah, exactly. And did they have bald eagles? I think they did have a couple of bald eagles there that I could see. But just to see a raptor up close and be able to study it and stuff like that is super helpful.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Mm.
Awesome. So, would you mind walking us through like kind of your creative process?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I study the can you see me okay, by the way?
Yeah.
You can, yeah, yeah. Well, you're broken up my end, so I hope that's not my end. So
Oh,
but you can see me all right though, yeah?
yeah.
I'm
You
not
look.
breaking up. So I basically study. I try and YouTube. I use YouTube a lot to study the animals that I'm working on to get the scale correct and stuff like that. I look through, yeah, YouTube is a massive helpful thing. If I can see it in real life, I'll try. If I can get to a natural history museum, I do. But otherwise, yeah, YouTube is super helpful.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
awesome. So once you have like the concept, where do you go from there?
Well, I can't, for some reason, when it comes to working, I don't actually draw it up. I don't know why that is, unless it's like a freestyle piece, which is kind of like graphic design, where I'm actually creating something from my imagination, then I draw it. But otherwise, I just kind of go straight to paper. I go straight to the, let's see if I can show you. So I go straight to a kind of a sketch mode. So
With
this is kind of sketch mode here. It's kind of like, can you see? It's like a kind of, I make the rib cage
uh-huh.
and I make the kind of, I get the wings and then I create a kind of like a structure and then I apply strips of paper to that. So it's kind of like a sketch phase, and then I cover that with tissue paper, and then I add the feathers
Okay.
after that.
So and
Yeah,
all that whole skeleton is paper, right?
yeah, card.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Um,
a thick card. A thick card. The only thing for this one, because the wingspan is 2 meters, I had to use like a thick, pliable wire because it's just quite hard to create a really strong structure that's going to last forever.
right.
You know, internally I needed something malleable that I could kind of sculpt, because when I work with the paper I kind of sculpt it and stuff, and I couldn't sculpt the paper. It just didn't work. I did try, but in the end it was like a thick wire for the just for the wing. I don't know if you can see just here.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of covered in card and stuff in there, but this is all card, so I can cut it and snip it. Yeah.
So, how do you start figuring out what your pieces are going to look like to like fill out the bird?
I just use all my visual reference. So I've got like this is a life size bald eagle here. And
Okay.
that way then I can work it out, and then I have like all the details. Here's the foot, claw, foot. And I just kind of like, look, here we go. I just kind of continuously sort of refer back to my visual references on my wall everywhere. Look at that. Amazing.
Yeah.
So incredible.
Oh,
And
yeah.
just try and find, so I just continuously refer back to if it's true to life, I just continuously have to keep double checking what I'm doing all the time, making sure that it's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, someone asked, what kind of glue do you use? Do you have one you prefer?
I do, but is it like product placement to say?
I don't know. People.
Do you want to know the name, the brand, or I don't know? I use it in my tutorial. It's Tacky PVA.
Okay.
That is an American brand actually, Aleen's, but quick dry tacky glue. The reason I use PVA is because I prefer it to kind of like a Yoo-hoo craft glue. It's very stringy and it takes quite a long time to dry. And I really, for my work, it needs to dry quickly. And I don't know if you haven't made the prawn yet, but there are bits of the prawn where you have to hold it for an absolute age.
Yeah.
If your glue is taking ages to dry, and there's a bit where you glue the head onto the body that takes quite a long time to dry, and you can't peg it really because you stick the jaw in first, then you stick the head on, and so you can't really. I mean, you could clamp it softly somehow. I expect some people have worked out how to do it, but you have to just sit there for like 20 minutes while it's drying. So I kind of like I really kind of rely on, it would take me forever to make my stuff if I was having to wait for everything to dry for ages. Right. So my advice is a fast drying tacky PVA.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I use. Yeah.
I figured it out when I started making paper crafts, I would just use super glue. And fingers were like calloused from all the super glue.
Yeah. You want to have something. That's the other thing, isn't it? It's getting the trade-off between something that's enjoyable. You want it to be an enjoyable experience, don't you? As well. And like some glue, the smell, it's like a solvent, strong smell, and your fingers are, like you say, all stuck together and rock hard, and it's just it's not enjoyable, and it is meant to be an enjoyable thing. Right. And that's also why I like PVA as well, because it's water soluble. And it's just it doesn't smell of anything. Yeah. Super glue, that's brutal.
Yeah. Very quickly. Like I just wanted to glue the head. I'll wait for this to finish.
Yeah.
They're so let's see.
Hello, Colombia. Hello in Colombia.
Yeah, this is how far I got. So
cool. That's looking good.
I cut out more colors because I was like, I'll just try it. I'll just get started. And that's kind of the nice thing about having a cutting machine is you can cut it out. It's not as much work because you don't have to cut it out.
Yes. So, yeah. Yeah, in the tutorial I did it the kind of, because we were in full lockdown, I just thought, oh my God, for people who want to do this, they've got no glue, they've got whatever scissors they have around the house, they've got no tracing paper, they've got no access to paper of any kind. And, you know, if you buy paper online, you can't just buy 2 sheets of A4.
Right.
You know, you've got to buy a pack of 25, and that's going to cost you £7 or whatever it is with this, with the shipping and everything.
Right.
So yeah, the cutting machine that will make it really, really quick, more fun to be able to just whip through them and practice more and more.
Right.
Definitely, because that body, the curve of the body, every time you do it, you say, "Oh, I get it," because you feel a bit braver because you have to force the paper quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You have to kind of really encourage it and push it and stuff, and you get scared that the segment is going to pop out. You know, so it's all to do with how you glue it together and then just pushing it around a bit and being brave with it a bit. So the first one is a great one to practice. Yeah.
Yeah, because even like I already glued it, but I can kind of feel like I could kind of move it because yours look more curved.
Yeah.
Mine like.
Oh, that's good. Put it closer. Can I have a look at it closer? That looks cool. That looks cool. What weight paper did you use? Is it paper or is it card?
It's like really like cardstock. I actually no, I think it's text paper.
Ah,
Source.
yeah.
So like you can like fold it pretty easily. More
Yeah.
cardstock. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
That might be, that is tricky with the body because you want the, you know, like that cereal box weight card, so you can really sculpt it. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And also the kind of the distance you stick the segments together is quite small. It's kind of like half, is it more than half? I think it might be more than half. So the distance between each segment is quite narrow, so that when you pull it around, the top can move like that and it still catches with the segment before it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because some segments I'm like, oh, I did pretty good on that one. And the next one, it'll be like, I'll do better next time.
Pops out. Yeah, it pops out probably. Yeah. So it's all to do with how close, do you stick them quite close together on the internal curve and then you push them around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone made it? Oh, someone says they just imported the PDF into the studio and traced it. So now she's got the studio file.
Yeah. A lot of people did that. I had quite a few people message me and say, it was very sweet actually, went, I have to admit I cheated and I scanned in your template, or not scanned it, but you know, downloaded the template and traced it and used it with a cutting machine. That doesn't bother me at all. That's good. As long as people are having fun, you know. And the thing is with it as well, that's why, you know, with you guys, it's really nice that you're, you know, giving it away to everyone now, so everyone can do it.
Yeah.
The more prawns, the better.
Yeah, we've received like a lot of positive feedback. People are excited. So yeah, out there. And I like different too. Like you don't see prawns a lot, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a unique thing.
Yeah. It's a bit different, isn't it, to kind of making other things. Yeah. And that what's cool is, like, I don't know if you saw, but like people have made them out of a Coke can, out of leather, out of fabric and felt and lots of different. So for your cutting machine, in terms of all the different materials you can cut, I'd say it's really cool. Yeah, you can just go mad with it. That'd be, you know, I get really excited when I see people using really crazy stuff, and also people embellishing their prawns with like sequins and texture and stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's crazy how creative people are. Like we all have like a different way of seeing it.
Yes.
And
Yeah. There was one. I think it was a lady. She did it with coloured acetate. So she took like a photo of it against the window, so it glowed.
That's
really
amazing.
Cool. Yeah.
That's cool. So
thank you. I like this lady. She does paints, does lovely flower art.
Oh, okay.
And cool. We had a little chat the other day because I've got a bee. I made a bee on a laburnum flower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what did you start out with creating paper?
But the very first thing
Yeah.
I made, yeah, but a hummingbird. I don't know where that is actually. It was flat. It was 2D, and because I'm a graphic designer and animation background, and so I started out doing that, and yeah, I wanted to do something with paper. I don't know if I've got it knocking around. I think it's quite very deep, but it was like a flat 2D hummingbird, and then the next thing I made actually was a prawn, not this prawn. So I've obviously had a prawn thing going on for quite a long time that I didn't know about. Yeah, so I did a prawn was the first three-dimensional thing I made, but it was more square. It was kind of like more squared off.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Which went to, sorry, go on.
oh no, you're fine. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
I won't
yeah, yeah.
forget.
It went to France. It was in that prawn was in France for a year in a gallery.
Wow.
A paper art kind of exhibition thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what tips would you have for people who are starting to make things or wanting to create paper art or even just like create in general?
Don't be hard on yourself. I would say don't be hard on yourself, because I think we're all really hard on ourselves, aren't we? With when we look at our work, we constantly see the negative bits. We constantly look at our work and think that's not good enough. I don't want to show anybody. And I think my advice would be don't show anybody, actually, if you don't feel like it. Just enjoy your own thing, and when you feel like you're ready to let people in and show them your work, then go for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, just let
Yeah.
it be your thing. It's no one
Yeah.
else's sort of business what you're doing. Just enjoy it, just do it. And then if you feel proud of it, put it out there and be brave. Because
Yeah.
all this stuff, like us talking now, I would have been terrified like a year or two ago, but I'm getting kind of used to this stuff now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think my advice is to not not be too hard on yourself. Just enjoy it, and if it's not perfect, that's cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. And I would say just sort of go for it, really.
Yeah.
And don't show anyone unless you're ready, because
Yeah.
it's not nice, is it, when you sort of show your work to someone and they go, it's all right, and you're like, and then you may never do it again.
Right. Right. Or you're offering tips when you're like, I'm just like learning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband, for instance, is brutal, and and it's horrible. And like sometimes if I'm having a project and I can tell it's not working, and I can't quite work out what it is, but I sort of know, but I don't want to admit it because it means I'm going to have to redo something. I show him because he can't, and I show him and he can't lie, and he goes, "Oh, that's a bit," and I go, "Oh, it's so annoying." He's like, "But you asked me," and I know, because you're right, and now I have to redo it.
That's terrible.
So I always make sure not to show him anything until I'm ready to hear the honest truth of it. So yeah, I think it's a private thing sometimes, creativity, isn't it? You just want to do your own thing for
Right.
for the love of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, would you want to talk about the giveaway?
Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool. We need to work it out, don't we? What we're going to do
Yeah.
about yeah, how we need to work out a plan of how. I was thinking maybe people who would like to win it I could do a post where people comment and say prawn please or something.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
we know, or on the Paperprawn feed.
Yeah.
So that, because you guys are going to randomly pick one, aren't you?
Right.
Yeah. So I guess we need to make sure the people on there definitely want to win one, I guess. But you have to assume everyone will. I don't know. Who wouldn't want to win a prize, Yeah. That's so cool, though, that you're going to give a machine away. That's so awesome.
Yeah, we're excited. I mean, it's like this is just a crazy time, and so we're like kind of like we need to help to be creative, get excited about stuff. So
Yeah.
Stay
Yeah.
tuned for a giveaway. We're gonna do something with the prawns, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. So cool. So people on the paper prawn hashtag. So if they make their prawn, use the paper prawn hashtag, and then one person we randomly get a machine. Maybe, what do you think, in 2 weeks' time, maybe?
Yeah, I think 2 time would be good.
Yeah. So I'll put a post together on my Instagram, and I guess, will you guys too? I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and the design is free. And like you said, like you can make them for free too. Like you can use materials you have in your house already. So
Yeah. Because we were saying, weren't we, that like the thing that made me most happy was like this one that I made, the cereal box one, just
uh-huh.
because it's recycled material.
Right, that's
And
awesome.
that's quite a nice thing, where people are using stuff they already have,
Right.
or interesting materials, or unusual materials, that kind of thing. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And these days, it's nice to be using, for obvious reasons, for environmental conservation reasons, to use recycled material.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What kind of cereal box is that? It's so cute.
Uh, it's I don't know what you have in America. It's Rice Krispies over here.
It's
Do you
so
have
cute.
Do you have Rice Krispies over
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's just how you cut it. I'm like, I don't think it looks like that.
there? Yeah. So when I did the body, I kind of made sure that I chose the most kind of neutral part, of the most kind of least going on for the
Right.
body. So it makes, and then for the kind of the legs and tail and the other bits, I chose the other colors,
Okay.
if that makes sense, because otherwise visually, kind of like with the prawn, like the segments are, oh look, leftovers card from my scrap box, awesome, you can see that. Otherwise you kind of lose the detail of the segments,
Right.
so it's kind of easier visually to do it if you can, for a more simpler bit of a box. But yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I think I'm gonna try it with felt later today.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be
That'd
fun.
be cool. That'd be so cool. That'd be awesome. And I suppose, could you reinforce the felt from behind as well? Could you stick it to, I wonder if like that'd be an experiment as well. If you could you glue the felt to card, then cut it as
Yeah,
well?
in some parts to make it stiff enough.
Yeah. But then I suppose the problem might be then with the template, the thickness of it. If it gets too thick,
Then it isn't as malleable to stay together.
it
Because
might, yeah. That the sort of the design is designed for a certain weight of card. It allows for the thickness of the card, and I guess if it's way thick, but yeah, I think felt would be awesome. Will you send a picture?
yeah, I will. I saw that one that made it with felt, so maybe I'll
Yeah, it was so cool. That was so cool. Yeah, so
yeah,
yeah, I think only one person's made it from felt so far, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Try cotton and fabric backing. Oh, so like a stabilizer. Okay, that makes
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
someone's
Cards weight, 270 GSM to about 550 GSM, but I don't know what the American.
would that be pretty thick or is that pretty?
Yeah, so it's like basically like a cereal box.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I chose a cereal box, because I thought I can't say to people, right, which one is a 270 GSM paper stock with a blah blah blah, and everyone were like, what's she talking about, And I thought, so I went around my house. This was during lockdown. I went around my house just trying to find things. I thought, that's the one. That's easy to explain. I can say to people, it's a cereal box thickness. It's thin enough to cut with scissors. Or
Mm-hmm.
obviously your cutting machine can cut anything, but you can use scissors for cereal box, but it's malleable enough and stuff like that.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Too. That's about the weight of cereal boxes.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Or Easter egg box.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I like that. Is there anything that you have coming up or anything else you want to talk about?
Well, because the bald eagle, the problem is I've got is the bald eagle is going to take me another month or two, I think. I'm doing all right today, though. I've had a productive day, so that's nice. But then after that, I'm making, so this is a private commission for those guys in Florida. Then I've got two more private commissions. One's a hummingbird and one is a snake. So yeah, and then after that, I've had tack board. What's tack board?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what tack board is. Hello, person in Chile. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is? I haven't heard of it before.
All I can think of is like cork board, but that's what they would have.
Ah, right. If it was thin enough,
yeah,
I guess it could work. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so I'm making a poster board. So is that like with foam inside? Is that the one with foam inside, maybe?
Oh, it's kind of just thicker.
Hi, Sharia. Bendy chipboard. Ah, yeah. I think if it was like 3 millimeters thick, I think that could work. Anything thicker than that, I think it might not work with a template because I haven't allowed. It's like corkboard. Okay, so if it's thin enough, I'd say about 3 millimeters thick. Then I think that would work. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm making a hummingbird, then a snake, and then I really want to do I've got an idea for an art project that's actually not sort of a true to life thing. It's actually an art like a concept that I want to do, and I am actually thinking about doing another tutorial now because I've really enjoyed it.
Fun, you're really good at it.
Oh, thank you. So I think I will do another tutorial. It's just with the situation with lockdown we're in and childcare and getting this bald eagle done, it's making it difficult to manage my time a bit.
Right. Everything is a little more complicated.
Yeah. It's difficult as well because I work on Mondays and Fridays, which I'm so lucky to be able to work at all. But it means I work on the Monday, then with the kids for 3 days, and then I come back on the Friday going, what was I doing? And then it takes me a while to remember what I was doing again, you know, then it's the weekend. But anyway, I'm lucky, so it's all good.
Thank you, another tutorial.
yeah, I do really. Oh yes, please, tutorials. Yeah, I will. I'm going to do another one, I think. Yeah.
Well, make sure you follow Lisa and also watch for the giveaway details.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So in a couple of weeks.
Yes, a couple of weeks.
Yeah, amazing. I think it's awesome. Thank you so much for your support.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's fun to think people are downloading it, hopefully from your site and having a go.
Yeah,
exciting.
I can't wait to see what everyone makes.
So. Yeah, me too.
Awesome. Have a good day and a good weekend.
Yeah, it was lovely to see you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Hello to everyone, and bye-bye.
Bye.
Please give me find me on Instagram.
Oh, Lisa, it's Lisa_Lloyd Paper, right?
Yeah, Lisa Lloyd Paper. Yeah. Yeah.
And your website is lisaloyd.net. And that's what YouTube tutorials are, and they're really awesome because I like how you've broken it out into like first part, second part, third part. It feels digestible. If you don't have like time to spend, you can kind of like, okay, I'll cut them out now. Now I'll glue this part. So.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Because we don't all have a big block of time, do we? We have 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes we can grab. So I thought it'd be easier if people can just come to it. And also some people go, I got this bit, I can do this bit. And I want to move on to the next bit sort of thing. So, yeah. Exactly. Cool. Well, have a lovely day.
Yeah, you too.
It's the morning there, isn't it?
The morning, yep.
Yeah. Oh, well, have a lovely day.
Okay, you too.
Thank you. See you. Bye. Bye.